Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. Out and about right now. So I'm going to try to keep this short, but I wanted to make a couple of quick comments on this last week that I've been going back and forth with some of my MAGA friends or MAGA people. So let me make sure and get this clear, because sometimes it's hard to get things down in text. It's a lot easier to just do a video about it. Okay, so first things first. I remember that during the election, a couple of things, or right before the election, so what, 4 or 5 months ago, things that people were talking about. One, they were talking about egg prices. They were saying it was Biden's fault. Well, egg prices are still going up, and I don't hear those same people saying it's Trump's fault. All right, so there's a little hypocrisy. Number two, they mentioned that Kamala Harris was running for president, but she was unelected, to be the nominee. While meanwhile, they've got an unelected person who is currently the head of this Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Elon Musk is unelected. You don't hear him saying anything about that. Hypocrisy number two, okay? I will say that I was mistaken, and that when MAGA folks were saying that illegals are taking American jobs, immigrants are taking American jobs, you're finally correct. You are finally correct when you say that immigrants are taking American jobs, because when you know it, Elon Musk is an immigrant, and he's been taking all kinds of American jobs. Hundreds, thousands of American jobs have been lost because of Elon Musk. He's an immigrant. He's not an American citizen, okay? Now, the other thing about DOGE is that they are supposedly a lot of government waste. Government waste here, government waste there, and they're cleaning it up, right? Well, quick civics lessons for those of us that have, 2 brain cells, common sense. The federal budget, the budget, is done by the House of Representatives. You got the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the presidential office. House of Representatives sets the budget. Senate and the president have a chance to veto it. So for the last 2 years, Republicans have been in the majority in the House of Representatives, and they've passed the budget for the last 2 years. Okay? So all this they have to do a budget every year. So all this crazy spending that you're talking about with DOGE, Republicans have approved all this crazy because they're in the majority. Okay? So that's why I get so aggravated when they talk this nonsense like, oh, he's doing a good thing. You elected these people. The folks that are talking about this, the MAGA folks, you elected these people, and you elected the same people, the same Republicans are in there for another term. These are the same ones that approved all the crazy spending, and you revoted them in again. So like that just drives me nuts, okay? Now, the other thing about DOGE, and I want to make this another quick one, I really think the stuff that they're doing is like a distraction. I don't think they're really serious, okay? Because they're focusing on budgets that's like, it's less than 5% of the budget. They're doing these things. They're cutting temporary workers, and they're cutting off people from the FBI. See, it's stupid, because that's our national security. They cut off people that were nuclear scientists that work at our nuclear plants, making sure that they're safe. They know our nuclear arsenal, and they're cutting these people. Oh, I'm sorry, they made a mistake. They had to rescind that, and they were like, oh no, we didn't mean to fire those people. Like, they don't know what they're doing. These people, they don't think these things through. Keep in mind, I say that all the time. They don't think these things through. So with all this crazy spending that they're talking about, why is nobody talking about all the government contracts that Elon Musk is getting? I mean, you could start some of the cuts there, all the millions that he's getting. And for example, now it's not official, but in the budget, there was like $400 million that was set aside for Tesla armored electric vehicles. Now, just this last week or this last weekend, they changed that and they removed Tesla. So anybody can bid on it, okay? But this money was being proposed to be earmarked for Tesla. They removed the name Tesla. So now it just says armored electric vehicles. You don't think it's about the money? When I tell you follow the money, this stuff is distractions. They're distracting you with all this stuff because he doesn't have to take that $400 million. What do we need electric armored vehicles for? We still have APCs, tanks, like, why do we need electric armored vehicles? Like, how does that even make sense? We've all seen the videos of Teslas getting stuck in 3 inches of snow. What are they going to do? Like, anyway, this stuff is crazy to me, man. Watch out for all the algorithms on his platform, on his X, because he's sending you things like people. You want to agree with things that already align with you, whether it's true or false. And that's what the problem is. People are getting a lot of false information, but it sounds good, or it sounds like, yeah, I'm down for that. And they don't pay attention. Nobody does their own research. Nobody does their own fact finding and look for multiple sources to see, well, can I verify this information? Can I, or do you just stay in that one little bubble and say, well, this sounds good. I guess that's what it is. It's because you want to believe it already. Okay. Stay away from that. Anyway, like I said, follow the money. Look at all the contracts that Elon Musk has with the government. And then you tell me why are we not Doge looking at those wasteful spending contracts? Is it necessary for us to have $400 million in armored electric vehicles for the military? Is that necessary? You tell me. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys get, and like I said, I just wanted to talk about that couple of things and make note of something else with the Department of Education, in case you didn't realize this, that they're trying to get rid of the Department of Education. The things that the Department of Education oversees, things like Head Start, school lunches, and accessibility for students with disabilities. That all goes through the Department of Education. So if that goes away, what happens to those students with disabilities? What happens to school lunches? Anyway, that's my video for today. And thank you guys for watching, and have a good evening.